Welcome to the show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Dave.
And let's look under the dial. That was sinister.
It's great.
I like that sinister opening when it's there. We should do it more often. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Maybe too sinister for my casual casual recordings. Yeah.
We need to get some yellow contacts. It'd be great.
Cat eyes?
Cat eyes.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Yeah.
A little bit of a while.
A bit of a time.
You know, we're sorry about that.
Yeah.
We've been a bit busy and things have happened.
Yes, many things. The Nerd Cave, unfortunately, closed down. So that kind of put us at a strain for where to film for a bit and when to find time to film.
Also, I had to recover. We both recovered from the emotional impact of the cave going, because it was a really cool store and we're very sad now.
Yeah, it's not great. But life goes on. And so does Mother Love and Clix.
Clix! So much Clix has
Clix
happened.
goes on.
Holy crap.
So to sate our need for playing Clix, we've made a meetup group that meets hopefully once every fortnight, potentially once every week later down the line. Play some games casually. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. Kind of setting that up.
Yeah, we had our first meetup. It was last weekend, right? At time of recording. It was on the first weekend of November.
Yeah.
It went really well. We had quite a few people show up. Everyone just playing casual, golden age, modern age, just having a whole lot of fun. And that was really good. We also had, before the cave shut, we had the Colossal
the
Seals,
Colossal game.
which was so much fun.
It was really awesome.
That was just a Colossal Thor booster and a regular Thor booster sealed game, and it was just, cannot stress.
There's going to be footage. There'll be footage in the video, so
yes.
Keep your eyes peeled for that coming up.
See it and be jealous that your store hasn't done that yet, because that was so good. Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
But if you're in the Sydney area and you want to play Clix with us, it's just called the Sydney
Heroclix,
on meetup.com, on the Meetup app. And as Dave said, it will be probably once a fortnight for now. And the theme will vary. It's just very laid back, fun,
casual
fun
games.
Yes.
Casual.
Yes. Great place to play Clix in Sydney. And there's food too.
Yeah.
Food nearby. Because we play, over near food.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to play with the Clix, we have to actually have the Clix. And on that note, do you like how smooth that
was clever. Yeah.
On that note, 2 sets coming up real soon.
Deuce.
The Deuce. The first one we don't know as much about is Star Trek, the original series. Now, Dave is probably like, yeah, whatever, whereas I'm just like...
He's going to die.
Star Trek Clix again!
He's going to die.
Yeah.
But see, I'm glad that this time around it's not a weird mixture of ships and people. Because I didn't really understand how that worked last time. And again, it was before my time in Clix, but it was Tactics, right? It was a different game using the same models and...
So Tactics was the ships, and Away Team was the one-off set they did of the J.J. Abrams Trek characters in a starter set, but that was literally all they released. And they had like the 2-player Heroclix game that they did for like Iron Man and all that. They
still do a lot of board game things that still
they
use
did
Clix models.
Star Trek one and it wasn't very good. But this is a full original series, like classic 60s set. The spoilers for the starter set have been leaked online.
Yeah.
So it's the 6 figures are every bridge crew member except Chekhov. So Kirk, Spock, McCoy, Sulu, Uhura, and Scotty. And it's not a bad set. They're all 50 points apiece.
Keeps in line with all the cheap things that are happening at the moment.
So you could hypothetically play a modern age game just with the starter set straight out of the box. They're not too bad. 5 clicks each. Decent stats. We might throw up some images of a few of them there.
I'll pop some,
but the cool thing is that they're all designed to work together. So each of their abilities relies on if you're near or adjacent to a character with the Federation keyword, which they've all obviously got, you get +1 to damage, defense, attack, movement, stuff like that. So you want to play them as a group. On their own, they're not too bad, but it's definitely a thing to be played together.
It's one of those things that you're going to have to see what's in the bricks, and I'm still really surprised that it's actual boosters, like 5 model boosters, rather than like a foil gravity feed. If the Turtles can't get a brick, and Star Trek gets a brick, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but the Turtles got, what was it, 3 gravity
Well, the third
feeds?
one's still coming out. We haven't seen much about it at all. I know that there's a couple of things that they've spoiled, but not that much. But it is still another gravity feed. But yeah, this is a full brick set for the
good.
Star Trek. So quite impressive.
Yeah,
Quite
so
impressive.
we'll keep our ears to the ground on if there's any more cool things coming out. I think that's due out next month. Is it before Christmas?
I can't remember.
Or maybe if it's not, it'll be like right after Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's out soon. But out sooner than that, which y'all are keen for right now because spoilers are coming thick and fast, is Harley Quinn and the Gotham Girls. This may be the best DC set coming out since World's Finest.
Yeah, I was about to say World's Finest is real
World's
good.
Finest was so good.
But yes, to be fair, it's actually like the first DC set in the new rules. And that feels really awkward because we've had so much Marvel recently.
Yeah.
And I know that this year was a Marvel year. Like, they kind of alternate their years, and this was a Marvel year, so there was just so much Marvel. But it's such a cool set.
It really is.
I'm
such a good set.
so excited. And the first set with more females than males.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
And in amongst all those females, we now have the Bombshells, Keyword, and Team Ability. Well, it's not a Team Ability, it's a trait.
It's a trait.
It's a trait.
Yeah.
But it may as well be a Team Ability. But it's Team Ability you don't have to pay for. So
correct. I think they all have the Bombshell
They've
keyword
all got
anyway,
it.
so it's kind of a team. But I don't know if that counts as a generic keyword or not. I'm assuming it would be named.
No, it has to be
universe. Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
There's no bombshells in Marvel, so
no.
Yeah.
I mean, there are women who are. If you use bombshell in the
fair
sense of the attractive woman one, but I mean, in terms of the organization, the bombshells, yes, that's a DC only thing.
Yeah.
But they look amazing. I mean, the figures look amazing because they're all in this sort of retro 1940s World War II get-up, which
standing on a bombshell,
standing on a warhead.
Yeah.
And if you've ever read the Bombshells comic by Marguerite Bennett, it's pretty much just taken straight out of there. So I mean, you've got Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Batwoman, Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Stargirl, and Supergirl.
Yeah.
It's just all the main Bombshells ladies are there, and just the models look great, but their stats are awesome.
And the abilities are not bad. The trait is generally a thing that adds bombshell tokens to them, right?
Yeah.
And each of them has a thing to do with the bombshell tokens, but it generically has you remove 2 bombshell tokens to make a free attack.
Yeah.
Basically, which it's like outnumbered, basically.
Yeah. And what I like is the tokens are given through if you make an attack rather than if you hit with an attack. So if you just have a bunch of them attacking, even if they can't hit, you're still getting it anyway.
And I think that was important because the Stargirl model, which I'll pop up a preview there, I think that it has Earthbound neutralized and 9 attack for like the first 3 clicks.
So it's going to be hard to hit someone like that.
It gives all adjacent characters, she gives all adjacent characters energy shield deflection. Like, it's awesome.
And she helps out her sister.
Yeah, I gotta find the exact wording on it, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's really
there's a lot of cool things, but even more important, the most important. I mean, there are multiple important things in this set, I believe, but for the first time since Slosh, which is Superman and a Legion of Superheroes, we're getting Apocalypse figures, which. Oh man, Apocalypse! It's like the most neglected keyword that I have. It basically is just Darkseid, Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, and a couple other random sprinkled pieces here and there, and the Supergirl from World's Finest, which was the
Darkseid's assassin,
correct,
with the orange things coming off her arms.
She's finally going to.
She looks like a punk rocker.
She's finally going to have some more place inside modern games. I bet it's coming. It's coming. But yeah, there is a absolutely full complement of Apocalypse figures in this, and Apocalypse is not just bad guys. I suppose they also have Big Barda, who's technically a good guy, and a bunch of other people. Who are good and bad, but Apocalypse is quite a large keyword, but that was never expanded before. So I'm super excited. There are so many things that I need. Granny Goodness, which she had a really, really old Clix, I think, from the Batman Brave and Bold set, which I never got because it just didn't really work as well because it's really old base and kind of not up to scratch. But the new one's really cool.
There's a secondary Apocalypse keyword, the the Lady Apocalypse keyword.
The
Not the Femazons.
The Furies.
The Furies.
Yeah.
That's not is that a new keyword this time around?
I think that the Supergirl has that keyword as well.
They're all the finest Supergirl.
Yeah, correct. Right. They're all as far as I understand, they're the people that Granny Goodness whips into shape to use as his assassins.
Oh.
So I think that there's a mixture of good guys and bad guys in it, though, because some of them like secede away from the group and do their own thing. But yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm pretty sure that she's got it. That's why I was saying they have these keywords, and if they share the keyword, there's a bunch of cool things that happen. There's some really amazing models and really awesome synergy, and it's going to be awesome to have just more DC stuff that is up to scratch with the current Marvel stuff.
Because Marvel are kind of kicking so much ass
just
right now.
A lot.
Between Thor and Thor Ragnarok
and
What If and just all the stuff we've had.
Deadpool
and X-Force was another good one.
The Elseworlds set was good, and it has some good pieces, but because those Elseworlds and What If sets were so small, there wasn't enough meat in it to get that much of a change in the meta and the current scene. So I think having a new DC set like this, especially with the new rules in mind, is going to be good.
No,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And those chases, for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, all Apocalypse, by the way.
The Apocalypse,
except for Wonder Woman, but
the Wonder Woman who is just normal Wonder Woman, but all the others are Justice League characters that are done up like Darkseid.
Yeah, well,
Apocalypse characters.
The Darkseid War.
The Darkseid War.
Story. So Flash is the god of death because you can't outrun death.
Yes.
And
that piece is so good.
Superman's god of strength. Lex Luthor just becomes the god of Apocalypse, which I thought was cool. But it's real funny because it's just like Lex to have gotten the power, but substandard, because it was just a portion of Darkseid's power. Yeah. So he kind of got there, but not really. Lex. Well, he's not so bad.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman though.
Yeah.
The chase
and
Batman.
The Mobius chair.
It's just bad. It's a sick looking model, don't get me wrong. I love the look of it, but ability wise,
it's just a support piece.
But for 225 points, it's a support piece.
It is it is 200 points of support piece. That is the problem. Because it does have some decent abilities as support. But you're right, 200 points is too much.
If he had a few fewer clicks, we'll put the stats up on the screen.
Yeah.
If he had a few fewer clicks, and maybe a mobility click, like a running shot or something earlier on, it's not like the phasing and teleport thing he's got. And maybe it was a bit fewer points, he'd be playable. But for most of a modern team, and for what we play normally 400 points golden, so from half of a golden age team, I think what you're getting for a chase is pretty lacking.
It's hard, these days, all these chases, they seem to be the only things that never changed in terms of point cost. The chases still seem to be quite high costed. Yeah. And they don't have, I'm trying to think of some of the previous sets where the chases kind of all worked together. It hasn't happened like that in quite a long time.
The Venoms in What If were pretty...
But they're irrelevant to each other, right? It's not... they're similar, but they don't really... Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say is the kind of game that they would expect you to play the Apocalypse set of dudes would be unreasonably point costed.
Would be 1,000.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Darkseid chases pitted against Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
At 1,600 points.
We could do
that. Would be... We could do that. You have
could do that.
Dr. Manhattan. Holy wow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for a possible video later on that.
I mean, let's get the chases
Let's get
first.
the chases first.
But we will be doing an unboxing.
We will, yes.
So
Harley Quinn.
At least one, if not two, on the day. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Because
the last unboxing went pretty well, I thought. I liked the Undead set there. So
it was cool.
We're going to open a brick and then maybe do... If we both get chases, we'll do a chase-off.
Nice. Yeah.
I love it.
Chase off.
So looking forward to that. And that's out in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, so I think that the US gets it this week or in the next couple days for early part of next week.
Yeah, so we're in the second week of November at the moment.
Yes, correct.
As we're recording. So by the time this goes out, we'll probably be out in the States.
Yeah, I think that it's the 25th or something here. I can't quite remember. We always get a little late. So it'll come when it comes, but it'll be new to us.
Yes. And you will enjoy seeing all the cool things we get.
Red Lantern Harley.
Red Lantern Harley.
Red Lantern, Black Lantern Harley, I should say. Green Lantern Harley.
Bombshell Batwoman. Steph Brown Robin.
Yeah.
Steph Brown Robin's finally getting a Clix.
It's going to be pretty great.
Love it.
Oh, and so many more like JSA pieces to just round that out. It's going to make some Jakeem Thunder problems, I think. Yes. We have some issues there, but we'll get to that when we get there.
Coupling that with the JSA pieces from Joker's Wild, otherwise, just those ones are good on their own. So I think we'll see a surge of some Justice Society folks out there. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So we got a question from the mailbag. Now, this is from a month ago that we got this question. We are really
apologies.
sorry. We did get this. This is from the Hairless Cat. Thank you if you're watching us right now. Thank you for being patient. We did get your question, and we were like, "Yep, we'll definitely throw it into the next episode." And then the next episode happened to be a month later. So patience is a virtue. But the Hairless Cat asks, after collecting figures for a while, I've just started to actually play some games. I'm really enjoying it, but no one in my area plays. I've found a venue where I play with 2 people every fortnight, but would love more people to play against. Do you have any suggestions for how I can help build the Heroclix scene in my area?
I do have some suggestions.
We have a few. So Dave, just for context for anyone who's new to the show, Dave used to own a store called the Nerd Cave, which is where Heroclix in Sydney was quite big, and we had awesome times there. And I was the tournament organizer, the TO for the Nerd Cave, so I organised all the weekly games and themes and things. So we've got a bit of experience in the running of the games.
I think that the most important thing which is what you're already doing, which is you need to meet regularly and make sure you don't fall away from it, at least as little as you can, right? Yeah. So being there constantly at the same times every week will mean that you are going to have people that will show up at some time and they'll know that you're there.
Yeah.
So that's probably the most important step. But I think some of the stuff that worked for us when we were trying to build the community up for Heroclix, especially because it started very small for us, but we just loved the game so much.
Do you remember the days when it was literally just me?
Yeah,
on
correct.
My own?
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes.
But one of the things that worked for us was as we were buying Heroclix boosters, we would take all the commons and uncommons and stuff that we weren't using, even some of the rares we weren't using, put them into bags, and we just gave them out.
Yeah.
Just for free to people as they came in through the store. It got people interested in the game, and it got people to, I suppose, wonder what it is. We would just tell them, like, hey, we meet on this day, we play with these figures, come and have a game with us. Something like that worked really, really well for us, and it definitely garnered us the most people out of any of the things that we did.
And we had 2 ways of doing it. So there was the regular big box of just any spares you've got goes in. We made the Ziploc bags, like Dave said. The other way is we had the buddy box, which were the best common and uncommon and some like lower level rares from the recent sets that went in there. And so then we could use them as like not price support, but like additional...
Yeah, things to help the teams that they brought in to become better. So they were supposed to be kind of actually good pieces, not just crap that we had lying around, but the actually playable and good pieces that we would get that we didn't need went into the buddy box, and then if people came that didn't have a lot of models, we would fill out their teams with better pieces.
Yeah, so like, good, and they were all recognizable characters. Avengers, Justice League.
Like Cable.
Like Cable. That Cable from Deadpool and X-Force.
Why is it a common?
Why is it a common?
I don't understand.
It is the best common I've ever seen.
I think it might be the best common ever.
It's so amazing.
Full stop.
But we had about 6 of those in the buddy box, and they went like that.
Yeah, that's it.
When players came in, we were just like, you need to have this piece.
Take a Cable.
Doesn't matter if he's not your keywords, just take it and go. You'll thank us later.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think the main thing as well is to be passionate when you're getting there and being consistent with turning up to games. So it isn't just that when we were doing it at the cave, it wasn't just that we were showing up, it's that even on weeks where there were only like 2 of us or 3 of us and we were doing like all-in games, is that you're passionate about the playing. You're sort of not griping and going, oh, there are only 2 of us here.
Yeah,
you go, oh, cool, there are 2 of us here, let's play a game.
Just keep playing.
Yeah, just keep playing.
Someone will see you and ask you a question, and as long as you're open to explain it, they'll want to play.
And the thing is, that happens so often.
Yeah.
And people might not have done it at that moment when they asked us, but they came back like the next week or the next day.
Yeah.
Or they'd come in on a day when we weren't there and they'd say to the store guys, can you teach me how to play?
That's it. And I think one of the things that's great about Heroclix is the fact that it at least in this day and age of what we are in now, heroes like superheroes are just so recognizable to people that even people from afar will kind of be like, oh, that's Spider-Man, oh, that's Superman, or whatever it is. And be more interested in it just because of that, because those characters have a a story in their minds, and they'll want to see it through. So
Yeah.
it should catch some people's attention. But yeah, just keep playing. I think that's the main thing. Just keep playing.
Keep playing. Just keep playing. That's what Dory would say.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon, consistency, passion, making sure if you're going to organise events, try and sort of mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
So we only ever did a modern, I think, once a month as a modern age tournament. Yeah. Every other time it was like some wacky theme in golden age of like varying point levels. So,
Yeah, something fun to play.
Having some variance.
That's it, yeah.
And you should then get, people who are new, people who played before. Put things on the social media. So, if you've got a Facebook group, if you've got a subreddit or something.
And just flat out talk to the store that you're playing at.
Yeah.
If you tell them that you want to help build the community, you'd be surprised how much they're probably going to be willing to help, and they'll probably find the prize support for you, and at least put some shout-outs on their social media, which will definitely get you a couple of people. Remember
to always support your friendly local game store.
Yes.
Whether they're playing with a crowd of 2 or 20 for Heroclix. A lot of those stores put their spaces out for use for things like this, so make sure you support them and get people coming and playing in a store.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So good luck with it, Hairless Cat.
Yes, thank you for sending us the mail as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. And please let us know how it goes. We'd love to hear about.
Take some photos, send them through.
Yeah, send us some photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love on the Heroclix subreddit seeing like the indie stores doing doing like big tournaments or doing like small games. I love that stuff. So keep it coming.
Awesome.
So as always, the mailbox is open for submissions, and we promise, as Darkside is our witness, that we will not be going another month without an episode. Mostly because I think the withdrawal would get so bad that we'd just start killing people.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
The address is just underthedial@gmail.com. It'll be in the description below. I think that's pretty much us for this episode.
That's it. We're gonna go, but I'm gonna leave you with some footage of the Colossal game, which we had amazing fun with. Check it out. And until next time.
Yeah, until next time. And if there are any store owners watching and you ever get the chance to get either Thor or the next set that has a Colossal booster, do a Colossal draft. It takes a bit of logistics to get in, but it's so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Just so that everyone's aware, it was basically one normal booster and one Colossal booster, and you had to use your pieces that you got. Obviously, you can't mix in anything else, which is what a sealed game is. But it made some really interesting teams.
Oh, it really did.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Until next time. Finn.
No, it's Finn.
Finn. Both works.